we crashed the party. We wasn't invited.
Right.
But we crashed the party. Give yourself a round of applause. And I'm not blaming the Ghana government for not inviting us. They do have Pan-African brothers and sisters here, but Pan-Africanism is dying unless we resurrect it. Because the Euro-Gentile or the European powers here is gone stone mad with this westernization. But we here, and we are going to make it happen, and hopefully we will meet the president next year. Because through the Ghana Investment Promotion Center, they are directly under the Ghana presidency. So we have an election next month. So the next president, we're going to put him on notice that the next Africa for the Africans, we want to come to the, not White House, but the Black House. We want the brothers and sisters that with Bomani to meet the president. Bomani, we're going to work for that. So this is definitely due you with the work that you have been doing. So again, let's give Brother Bomani a round of applause. Come on up.
Yes. All right. Greetings, family. I'm glad everybody's enjoying their journey of a lifetime. And one of the things me and Dahveed had to really work on over the years was more talking about business and investments. Because we have lost a lot of opportunities to get more of our people involved. At one point, Ghana had a very high rate of Africans from the diaspora coming to Ghana. But most of it was based on roots and cultural tours, which is fine, which is also incorporated in what we do. But there was a lack of business and investments and lack of how to do a process of repatriation, how to do a process of getting yourself established as a business enterprise. And today, a good amount of the group, we went to UVA and opened up our accounts. So that was one of the greatest steps that you can make. Because with that, then you can move your money around. And once you have your money on this side, out of those banks from the IRS and all those other folks, then you can get things set up for yourself. So also, getting these international accounts is a good way to protect yourself from these bank crooks. People call me and tell me that they had certain amounts of money in their accounts, and then the IRS or someone else who have authority to take your money, took their money. And I told them one of the ways that we can prevent that is they can have their independent accounts set up, because whatever accounts you have set up here, I mean, no one directly knows. We're not using social security numbers or any of those things. And as we notice, none of us use those things to get any of our accounts set up. So, what me and Dahveed is going to continue to do is continue to build the bridge, build the energy. And Dahveed has a professional consultation company that's geared towards people who are ready to make the move now. And most of what we've been showing everyone is just the minor processes. And to make things easier, you see our banner with our Africa up. I'm surprised there's a site on there. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the website. But he has a group of expertise he has been working with for many, many years. And last week we met the lawyers, and we talked a little bit about the land proposition or the lands commission. But these are things that that helps you understand how the culture of law and business work. One thing that we don't want anyone to get caught into is where you go lease the land and get access to land, and then you're in courts fighting with 10 to 20 other people for that land, which nobody ends up winning, because by the time you spend money on tickets going back and forth and having to deal with delays, it will drive you mad. So that's one of our main goals, is to reduce the amount of lost investment that would make more of our people angry and go back and say, they took my money, or I tried to invest and do this and it didn't work out. And that's why I feel real good about those treasury bills, which I've been monitoring over the last few years, and it's a great investment. But once those things roll for you, then the next process is to really get yourself secured to where you can build your business enterprise. So with that, I'm going to call Dahveed up, and he's going to have our experts that have repatriated share more information on how you can make that full-fledged process.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Don't give up the fight.
Yes.
So again, we really appreciate him having the connection to open those bank accounts, because the bandits has made it difficult for you to get a bank account in Africa without residency permit. So they got laws. That's why we have the lawyer here to help get around things like that. So I want to just let you know that this is hard work, but smart work. Because I left America 27 years ago, at the tender age of 30, okay? And believe me, it paid off. There's life after America. Because if I had stayed in America, I would have been fat, with diabetes, cancer, strokes, possibly dead. But I'm in Africa with no disease, happy, and from rags to riches.
Perfect.
You know, that's just a testimony of me having the courage and the strength, and of course the Most High blessed me, along with others, to live successful in Africa. 50-acre farm, growing food, not for me, for you. We have the moringa, so there are many things that we can do once we leave the shores of that vampire that sucks our blood daily. And believe me, when I left, my blood started flowing and there was no sucking like that. So it's good to be away from the vampire. So try as best as you can to try to come on these tours or spend as much time in Africa as you can, because there's life after America. Now, saying all of this, there are other people that have invested. It's always good to own land. I'm looking at brothers and sisters. This sister here, when she come back, got a great resort that in the Brongahapa region. We have Sister Hakika. Sister Hakika, please come up front. She's from D.C. She's been here, got a nice place she's built. Come on up, Hakika. You shy.
Yeah, I'm shy.
Hakika is, for the last 18 years, she has been in and out of Africa, but for the most part in Africa. And just want her to just say peace and love to our brothers and sisters just for a second. Sister Hakika. Let's give her a round of applause.
Thank you very much, and I'm so glad to see you all here, from over on that side. Please, get your things together and come over here and live. We all need you very much, because there's unity in numbers here. You see, you have met many people. It's this tribe, it's this group. We too, we have our people. We have our roots. And we are needed here on this continent. Just come here, bring your skills, bring your passion, bring your love, bring everything here, and let's do this thing together, because the unity is strength. I've been here a long time. I cannot live over here anymore. So I'm grateful for the place. It's not an easy journey, but it's a very spiritual journey. And you will gain a lot from being here and will enhance your life forever.
Great.
Thank you.
Yes. And you see, you can't be afraid to invest. I was reading in the papers, a brother from the States went to England and just broke the casinos. He's a professional gambler, but he knows how to win. Who read about him? Raise your hand if you know, if you read about him. The man is a professional gambler. He went to England and broke the casinos. And I learned that he traveled all over the world winning. So we got to figure out a way to win. Okay? I'm saying this to say that Bomani said you come to Africa, you may make you may buy some land and maybe some litigation on it. I say to you, don't worry. Okay? Just buy 2 or 3 pieces, and then you're guaranteed to at least have 2 without any problems. Yes, there are challenges, but definitely there are ways to win. There are ways to win, and land is the basic, that's why they call it real estate. So definitely put monies in the bank, but also put monies in the food bank. The land grows food. Cashew trees grows good here. Oranges, almonds, everything that you can imagine that you can eat grows in Africa. Apples grows in southern Africa. Grape grows in Ghana. Everything you can imagine grows. You can't make a cell phone without something coming out of the land of Africa. Get some land in Africa. Gold, diamond, everything here. The best investment you could ever make is land in Africa.